Hello beautiful Aries Moon Signs, and welcome to your channeled tarot reading prediction for the new moon happening in Scorpio around the 15th of November. Stay tuned. Alright, so this month has quite a few things happening. I mean, firstly, the sun is moving through Scorpio right now, which Scorpio season is all about going deep. We have these very Plutonian themes going on. And may I just give a shout out, my astrology resources at the moment are the astrology podcast, Tanya Gabrielle, as well as Shani Nicholas, all linked below. So Mercury is stationing direct on November 3. This is quite nice. It's gonna help us to communicate and move things a little bit easier. We also have Mars stationing direct on the 13th. Yes, Mars is stationing direct on the 13th. We're still going to have a shadow phase after both of these directs. So don't expect that things are just suddenly going to be perfectly fine. And the thing with Mars stationing direct is also that argumentation can actually occur easier, right? And things could a little bit explode. And it's also about, where are you directing your energy right now? Where are you focusing your energy? Because if you're focusing your energy on, oh no, Mercury is retrograde and Mars is retrograde and things are halted and difficult and and that's where you're focusing your energy, when they station direct, you can also manifest that even quicker, right? So just be focusing on, and the keyword coming through for you, Aries Moon, when I sat down and meditated beforehand, is patience. And you know, the thing is, some of you are sitting in patience, some of you are really sitting with the current energies and allowing that to be a challenge to raise your vibrations and bring that patience in and practice that patience and breathe through the difficult moments, right? You're using it to go deep and make those changes occur and happen. But some of you are losing your patience a lot, and I really want to just bring your attention to your ability to transmute that energy and to just bring in that surrendering attitude, that surrender, that patience, that love, that acceptance of what is, of what you've already created now, stepping into that power of what it is you can create next, sitting down and doing the planning process for when things station direct, right? You can get your plans flowing nicely. So just keep shifting your focus, keep shifting that energy, keep doing that inner work. The other thing that really came through very strongly when I was meditating for you guys is this idea of opposing energies in terms of the masculine and the feminine energies, right? And we are going to have a Venus-Mars opposition. I can't remember exactly when, and I didn't write it down, but I know that this is happening sometime quite soon, certainly as we approach the new moon. And this opposition really is going to highlight those kinds of things that are unequal in terms of power dynamics, in terms of our interpersonal relationships, in terms, you know, it's exposing. And this is also what that Plutonian energy does, right? It exposes. It shows us those underlying issues. It shows us what needs to be healed. And I know this has been a constant theme. This is something we've been talking about. This is something we've been looking at. And it's not quite over, especially while we're moving through the Scorpion season. So beautiful Martian energy moon signs in Aries, right? Aries is a cardinal sign. Aries is a go-getter. Aries is a forger. Aries is a leader. Aries sets things into motion. And we do have a cardinal theme at the moment. We have a lot of planets sitting in cardinal signs. I'm not going to list them all, but you can go and check out some of the astrology forecasts from the people I've linked below as well if you're really interested in the astrological side. I'm mostly channeling messages through, and what's really coming through is that there is some powerful healing opportunities happening in the interpersonal relationships with your parents, with your loved ones, with your partnerships, with your friendships. And sometimes this looks a whole lot like, I'm feeling triggered. Ooh, this doesn't look right. There's something here that needs to change. There's something here that needs to heal. Please know it's not a problem. It doesn't mean that your relationship's been a lie. It doesn't mean that this is a relationship you need to throw away. Although sometimes the truths that are being revealed do mean you need to cut those relationships out, right? Especially those of you who are in toxic cycles, toxic patterns, dating narcissists, or keep going back to the same relationship and having the same messages come through, right? Entering into those same toxic patterns. Some of you keep going back for more, and until you learn your lesson and learn to cut that relationship out, right? You're going to keep attracting it, and sometimes you're even going to attract that same relationship again through a different person until you recognize those mirrors that are reflecting back at you, and you do that internal work. The work of, I am worthy, I am enough, and reprogramming those beliefs that you learned in childhood, right? There is great opportunity here for manifesting new depths of understanding between and in those interpersonal relationships. And of course, Mercury stations direct in Libra, and so we have this golden opportunity of better understanding, better communication happening around the 3rd of November in these interpersonal relationships as well. So I'm just going to pull a couple cards for you guys and see, let's see what's going to come through for you. You know, I haven't spoken about all of the astrological stuff that is happening. We are going to also have another square with Mercury and Saturn. I spoke quite a bit about this last time. This really brings down some divine revelations, some shocking truths revealed with that revolutionary Uranus energy, right? Some big secrets revealed. And we can see this collectively as well in terms of certain fallacies being revealed, all of the conspiracies that are out. Of course, you know, for some people those are truths, right? I really always like to sit in a position of there are multiple truths, and whatever a person believes is therefore true for them, right? Through that belief process. And we also have the power to choose our beliefs, and so why not choose beliefs that make us feel empowered? Yeah? So in terms of the energy leading up to this new moon for you, we have this very much this energy of starting something new. Even if maybe you're continuing with a specific project, maybe there's a new way you're approaching it, maybe maybe it was on hold for a while and now you're starting it up again, or you're just really feeling like you're able to start taking those steps. And in some ways you're feeling like there's too much to take on, there's too much that you're moving through. It's feeling like this massive mountain that you cannot climb, and especially when you're hitting those movement problems in terms of, you know, the energy attached with the Mars retrograde and the Mercury retrograde, this energy of, you know, patience required and things feeling delayed, and, you know, you try and get it started and then, oopsie, you know, the person that you're meeting with is late, or you're late because you're stuck in traffic, or, you know, if it's an online video call and you have this meeting, you're battling to connect and then you can't hear what the other person is saying, and so this is making everything move a bit slower, and so you're just feeling like, you know, I'm just trying to get ahead, and just bring the patience, just accept, just surrender, just know that it's okay, just allow the difficulties that are coming, and just dig deep in terms of surrendering to the process and knowing you will get there. Just keep focusing on the step at hand. Don't get frustrated. Don't allow yourself to lose your temper. Just know you will make it through. You will make it through. This is the kind of energy we're working with right now, and it doesn't mean we don't move forward, right? It just means it's a little bit more challenging to move forward right now. So keep shifting your focus towards feeling positive about the steps. You know, when you hit those little hiccups and those little hurdles, go, ah, that's okay, nothing gets me down, that's okay, what can I do about it now? Okay, well, let's try and phone again, let's try reconnect to the internet, let's try this avenue. Oh, you know what, it doesn't matter if I'm 10 minutes late, just drop a little message to the person, sorry, running 10 minutes late, not a problem. Just surrender. And also please be patient with people who are late with you as well, right? In terms of what's happening over the new moon for you, I'm really sensing that you are gaining a new understanding over this time in terms of who it is you need to forgive, what it is you need to release, and the ways in which you've actually been deceiving yourself in some way. You've actually been your own enemy, and that, you know, where you've been blaming others, maybe your parents, for example, for embedding a certain belief, a certain idea into your upbringing, and then becoming a victim of that, and then realizing that actually you're the one who has the power to change that, and in blaming your parents you're giving away your power. And so recognizing how you've been deceiving yourself, and then stepping into the power to no longer deceive yourself, and to truly release, let go, release, let go, and plant the seeds of new empowering beliefs, reprogramming that subconscious. And it really is feeling like childhood stuff, but for some of you it's past life stuff. Some of you are receiving information about the past life. Do this releasing work. It's a great time to do the releasing work over this new moon. I'm still not feeling that it's the best time to be planting new seeds of intention just yet, which means, you know, if you're feeling that intuitive urge to do some visualization, I wouldn't say don't do it, but I would say make the shift in the focus about that inner work, that inner purging, that inner cleansing, so that you can really get yourself into that position where you want to be, so that you can actually achieve the goals that you're setting out for yourself. In terms of what's coming next for you after this new moon in Scorpio, especially if you're going to do this deep work in terms of seeing yourself as your own worst enemy, and then therefore transmuting your enemy self into your hero self, right? Becoming your hero, and understanding that you're always in that position of being your own worst enemy and also being your hero, right? And you get to choose which one you're focusing on, which aspect, but they're always both going to be present. And if you step into that hero role and become your own hero, I'm really sensing that there's a lot of harvest. And the thing is, with harvest, it's a lot of work, right? You have to work really hard in the field in order to bring that harvest in. But it's really worth it. It's really worth it doing that work, because afterwards you sit with all of these stores and you sit with all of this abundance, right? But the abundance does require that you do the work. And I really am talking at this point about the internal work. But you pair that with the external work, right? You can't just sit around doing only the internal work. And while it's a great time for internal work and it's not such a favorable time for the external work, it doesn't mean we stop doing the external work and only do the internal work. You still have to balance that out with the external work. It's not going to work if you only sit and say affirmations. there is still some sense of veiling and illusion that you're sitting in, and I want you to recognize when you hit that point where you go, I kind of feel a bit trapped in this situation, like how do I get out of this? Recognize yourself giving away your power by feeling trapped by someone else, or feeling trapped in a position at work, or feeling trapped in any way, shape, or form. I want you to know it is only your thinking that traps you in this space. So sit and do a meditation the moment you catch yourself in that thought pattern that is making you feel trapped. Recognize you're not trapped. Recognize that there is a way. Call in the guidance systems to help you see the way through, but recognize immediately, go, I know there is a way through. I know that this sense of entrapment is only my ego, and shift yourself into that space of understanding there is always choice, there is a way, and ask for that vision to be cleared, ask for that veil to be lifted so that you may see the amicable solution, the way through. Recognize how you've chosen to be in this situation, and then take your power back in being able to transmute it or accept it. If you choose to be there, accept it. Don't complain about it then. I still wanted to talk about this Pluto-Jupiter conjunction. There have been quite a few this year. This conversation is quite intense. It's really revealing things in our greater structures that we need to change. And, you know, sometimes it's really getting depressing, because I think this is in some ways one of the biggest global awakenings we've ever moved through, in terms of so much is being revealed right now, so much is being shown to us right now, and so many of us are becoming more and more and more dissatisfied with the state of the world, right? And the next step after that is for us to step into our power and to claim responsibility for shifting and changing that. So yeah, this is that conversation. Great, huge transformations are occurring. And of course, at an institutional level, this takes time. And part of that inner work, that inner change in terms of the institutional level, right? The government level, the global level, the collective level, is that revealing process. And so we're going to keep seeing crazy truths revealed and ugly truths revealed, so that we can shine the light there, guys, so that we can shine the light there. So please don't be too disheartened by some of the things that are being revealed. It's a very important purging process. These things were always there. This is the thing. They were there. And we don't want to take this forward into our new world, right? So we need it to be revealed so that we can heal it, so that we can change it, so that we can transmute it. Good luck with this beautiful healing transmutation work. We are doing it together. May we hold each other in these spaces. Thank you for watching. Please, will you put your affirmations down below so that we can manifest and create together? Let me know what you are letting go of, but say it in the affirmative. Say it in the way in terms of, I release the past and step into my power. Say it in a way that is empowering for you, right? Don't say, you know, don't make the focus on, oh, I'm feeling low, so I'm letting go of my sadness. Nah. I shift into joy. I release what no longer serves me. If you enjoyed this, please do hit like, please hit subscribe. Of course, if you want your twice a month prediction, this is how you help me to grow. This is how you give some love back for the energy I'm giving to you. And please join me on Facebook, LunAscention, also on Instagram, where I do a weekly live every Tuesday and channel the messages through. It's become quite a beautiful space, and I'd love to see you there as well. And as always, until next time, thank you for watching with love.